On Sushi Bites, we will never pander to product placement. Speaking of which, the new official drink of Sushi Bites is Pepsi. Tastes great, it is really refreshing and available in diet. Truly the drink of a generation. In the 90s, video game product placement was everywhere. Chupa Chups lollipops appeared in Zool, Ninja of the Nth Dimension. Penguin chocolate bars were studded throughout Santa's castle in James Pond 2. Some companies' mascots had their own games. Domino's Pizza retrofitted a Japanese platformer and turned it into Yo Noid. Chester Cheetah was too cool to fool around, yet still had a couple of Super Nintendo adventures. And 7-Up Spot had a few games too. I suppose if you had a mascot, you could just make a game to sell your product for you. So who does Pepsi have? In Japan, their mascot was Pepsiman. A superhero clad in a Pepsi-coloured outfit. His power is to find thirsty people and give them a refreshing Pepsi to drink, usually at risk of getting hurt in the process. If you've been around the internet quite a bit, you'll know that Pepsiman had his own video game exclusively in Japan. If you didn't know, well, now you do. It was basically the same kind of game as Temple Run, only years and years ahead of the curve, in 1999. But the interesting thing is where else he appeared. Earlier, in 1996, in the Japanese Sega Saturn version of Fighting Vipers, as a super secret hidden unlockable character. So say you decide to go all conscientious objector while battling your opponent. Decide not to do anything, put that controller down and pick up a refreshing Pepsi. A challenger comes, will appear. That's when his music plays. That's when the computer scrolls down the list and selects Pepsiman. Pepsiman, playable in a Sega fighting game. His special skill, quench one's thirst. And how good is he? Well, Pepsiman can kick your ass. He has the most flowing combos and some really sweet moves. Seriously though, he is overpowered as they come. Who knew drinking Pepsi makes you superhuman? Why he's in here? And why the Japanese and European versions of the game are loaded with Pepsi advertising? I don't expect to ever fully understand. It's a shame Pepsiman never made his way into Fighters Megamix, the pseudo-sequel to Fighting Vipers. The later PS2 release of Fighting Vipers in Japan dropped Pepsiman but kept the advertising plastered everywhere. The Live Arcade and PlayStation Network releases stripped everything Pepsi out of the game. And so, the story of Pepsiman's brief affair with Sega comes to a close. As for me, I'll just keep drinking Pepsi, and keeping my fingers crossed for Pepsiman's return to the ring. And next time, we'll take a look at Pepsiman's late 90s PlayStation game. This has been Sushi Bites. Thanks for watching.